Okay, in today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to position your hands and arms when you're playing the hi-hat and the snare drum in a crossed over position. So that's right-handed on a righty kit or left-handed on a lefty kit, so that you minimize the chances of your hands getting in the way of each other. This should seem obvious to a lot of people, but I get the question quite a bit, so it's clearly not. So we'll just go over it. Basically, it has nothing to do with the height in this video. I have another video on the height of the hi-hat and the snare that you can go check out on my channel. But this is just sort of the X and Y axis. So the biggest mistake people make in this that doesn't have to do with the height is when they get into a situation where their sticks are hitting, they tend to want to put this stick in front of this stick, which works, gets the sticks away from each other, but it causes you to extend this arm, which it just makes you tired and it's not very ergonomic. So basically, from the base position of playing the snare drum, you ideally want to move as little as possible to get to the hi-hat, because from this position here, I can actually reach the snare, the hi-hat, the rack tom, the ride cymbal, the floor tom, which is over here this way, and the only thing I can't reach on this kit is the crash cymbal, which is off camera this way. Now, so this is a really good position to be in, except for the stick hitting thing. So I don't want to extend my arm, because that's just going to make me be in a worse position. Instead, I want to do the opposite and retract my arm. So if you retract your arm towards your body, it's actually not a lot of stress or fatigue that you get with that motion, and it allows this stick more room. So if you just retract it into here, instead of being in the middle of this other stick, if you pull it back to where the fulcrums are sort of near each other, you can bring this stick around, especially for finger strokes, pretty high, and the sticks don't really interact that much. If you were trying to use your arm, they may interact somewhat. But for finger strokes, which is primarily what would happen on like a syncopated beat, a ghost note or something in between the eighth notes or the quarter notes that you're playing on the right hand, this is usually pretty effective. It doesn't change the hi-hat placement of the tip of the stick all that much, but just bringing this in makes a huge difference to playability. If this isn't enough, what you can actually do is cross your arms at the wrist. This takes a little bit more adjustment, but then your sticks really can't interact at all. And if you want to play even a bigger wrist stroke this way, you're basically free to do that. The only thing you can't do is a big arm stroke. In that case, you do have to move both arms together. But any of those choices is better than being out here like this. So with the combination of the right hi-hat and snare height, which again I have a different video on, and the right stick crossing point for you, which is hopefully not this, you should be able to get it to where you can play any kind of crazy syncopated rhythm that you want and not have to lift your arm up in a weird way and not end up hitting your sticks together in awkward ways that harm your ability to play. So hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.